Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Kelso's got a new tripod, so we're gonna test this thing out. This thing does all kind of crazy mess. It looks like a praying mantis or something right now. But I got a new backpack today, so that means the Dagen from Roaring Fire is time to retire. And what I try to do with my EDC pack is I'll run it for a year or so, sometimes longer. I have a Helicon Tex Bushcraft satchel that I used for 5 or 6 years. It's a great bag, but this dude, good EDC size. I'll talk about my only gripe that I really had with this bag. And that was these things. Like, they got stuck on everything when they were just like this, the little carry handle. Dude, I got that caught on everything. The seat armchair or whatever in the car, every time I got it hung on there. But what I did to keep it from getting caught is I have just a SPF hoodie that I use for work. I would wad it up, and one of those cooling towels that you wet, and I would put it on there. Look, it's got the, and I would put that dude on there, and it didn't get caught on stuff. But storage, I had a ton of stuff in this thing. Overall construction was good. I didn't have any problems with anything breaking, nothing coming apart. It broke in wonderfully, like got super floppy to be wax canvas. Sometimes that stuff's pretty stiff, but this done really well. The water bottle deal on the side, I just put junk in it most of the time, like a piece of brass or whatever. I've been taking a radio to work, just kind of testing how it picks up. But here's just kind of my EDC that I kept in this thing. The top pouch, I just had gizmos, different things, keys, a small pair of pliers, my house keys, work keys, tractor keys, that type of thing, little notes. I would keep just in this. Only thing I did have come apart, I remember now, one of these black things fell off of the CCW pocket. It's got like a CCW pouch back here. I didn't ever put anything in it, but see what we got down here. I had a couple plastic bags and a couple extra razor knives for work. I work at a paper mill, so we do cut paper a good bit. 2 of them in there. The inside, there's more little compartments down in this thing too, zippers and stuff, but when I had it packed, I didn't have enough room for it. So if I filled the inside up, I couldn't pack this outside, and I didn't try vice versa to try to see what's what. But inside, the main compartment here, like I had smaller pouches that go in here. This is just it's a tough possum gear pouch. It's got first aid stuff in it. Pretty straightforward. So like my first aid pouch. This I keep my earbuds and phone chargers and stuff like that in this little Helicon Tex pouch. Some gloves, a couple pair of safety glasses, a spare shirt because I get stanky sometimes, some rain gear, and a stainless cup just in case. We used to take lunch breaks. Now we just work through, but when I'd had lunch break, sometimes I'd use that to heat up my grub. Got my super old chopsticks, and a couple of titanium sporks. Some rope. It's just like a really thick 550 cord. Sorry, I gotta figure out where I want to keep it over here, but the camera, I gotta get used to that. Yeah, thick paracord. I was looking at the camera, I'm sorry. Tums, because, you know, sometimes I get the upset stomach, sour stomach, this says. But I got some Tums, trash bag with a magnetic work light. This little thing's pretty cool from Nebo, but it's got a magnet on it, so you can click at this stuff and look at things, inspection stuff. Chuck for my tires. Night Eyes headlamp. Another cheapo headlamp. Tourniquet, bandages, SWAT tourniquet, some more rope. Some of my stuff I've carried for a long time. These 3 things. I've had this one probably the longest. They just live in my backpack in case I need to have some extra. Flashlight, a couple of pins. I'm just swapping this over. Here's the Infinitool, the Infinity armband. Pretty cool, but pretty well loaded out with stuff that I need. Look at the chicken. Chicken, stop it! You're getting in the film, bruh. Get away from here. But the backpack carried really well. I had this in it and carried it every day to and from work. You know, I didn't have to carry it for long periods of time. Oh, here's another pouch up here that I just had a note and a little bit more rope in. I kept stuff in here. You can see the one that I used the most, and didn't really keep anything in here because the inside was packed. So if the inside's packed, you really can't put anything else in the pockets. But yeah, it held all of my EDC stuff good. It's not, you know, everybody's EDC is going to be a little bit different, but this is just stuff that I like to have with me if I'm going to work. And it did just fine. Carrying my stuff, throwing it in and out. At work, I have a chair that I sit it in, so I'll stick it in the chair and go do my own thing, but the backpack held up really well. Zipper's good. All the buckles are still good. Not many threads. Like if you start looking at like thread stuff, it's mainly hair. Like just between my kids and myself. Very little. I got one little spot right there. I did have a stainless steel water bottle in here for a long time, but I started drinking, just leaving it at work. I got a bigger one now, an insulated one. But other than that, that's the only little thread spots that I can see. You can see where the bottom of the cup was. It may be from throwing it on the concrete sometimes, but it held up really well. So I have no bad things to say about the Dagen, I believe is how you pronounce this pack, other than, you know, I got it caught on everything. But other than that, it's been a very good backpack. And some of the stuff I would just leave this one unzipped and this one unzipped most of the time. Just my stuff never fell out of it. And if it did, I walk I'm a creature of habit, so I walk the same lines all the time. Here and there and back. But the only thing was I got this dude caught on everything. And I had considered cutting them off at one point until I started carrying this dude in it. And just a little word to the wise, if you have one of these and it's still wet and you put it in here, it will mildew and stink your whole backpack up. So don't do that. But yeah, great backpack. Roaring Fire. Quality stuff. It's built very well. Like I said, it could have looked a lot worse. But that wax canvas is nice. And I never even put anything on the panel, just going back and forth to work. It's like not something that I just love to do. But it's legit. I like the strap system too. They're kind of like the yoke. The whole back part of it is nice. But I didn't have to carry it super long time. Like I said, nice bag. Anywho, I'll get some content on the upcoming new pack and just kind of show you guys, but then I'm not gonna give a discussion on it until I've used it for a year, unless it fails prior to that. But Butcher, how do I let this thing up? But are you CP? How does this work, big boy? How do you... Oh. Hey, buddy. Are you ready for that to be done? Okay, big boy. But alright, y'all. I done changed like 7 things on this, so I don't know if it's going to point in the right spot again, but... This was the Dagen waxed canvas EDC bag from Roaring Fire. Feel free to check out my other stuff at Bushcraft Coastal on Instagram. Like and subscribe. Any comments, I'll try to answer them. I got cussed out, called lazy for not answering them one time. So if that guy sees my stuff, I hope I've redeemed myself in his eyes. I'm kidding, he can stuff it. But anyway, check it out. Appreciate the support, guys. Later.